really mean?
We're an insurance and financial services company in South Springfield, and 20 years is our anniversary next year. The company has evolved into what it is today, which was a vision of having a one-stop shop.
You hire the best of the best.
Yes, we do. Everybody here to me is family.
Our guiding principles are:
be kind,
speak honestly,
make it simple,
act fairly,
Put people over profits. Simple solutions.
Good morning, everybody in Wildcat Nation. Thanks for joining us. Happy Monday morning once again for Dollars and Cents. Bruce Porter, thanks for joining us.
Hey, glad to be here.
From the Resource Center, 882-1800.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
I'm trying to think about that. My weekend was good. We went to another trap shoot. Jack shot fine. He did. Did
he
good.
win his new rifle?
He did not win his new rifle, so my retirement account is still safe.
We need to have a big rally to encourage Jack to shoot a perfect score so he gets a new shotgun.
I'll tell you what, that probably would work in my favor, not his. He needs to keep it pretty low key. Low key, just one after the other, boom, boom, and get her done. But
he's a good shot.
Yeah, he is a very good shot.
Does he get that from his grandpa, or does he get that from you?
He gets it from his grandpa. He does not get it from me.
Yeah.
I need all of the technological assistance I can get when I'm using the firearms, but yeah, no, he gets that from his granddad. My dad's a really good shot.
Yeah, he is, for sure.
Really good shot. But so what happens when you borrow money from your IRA?
Yeah.
Bruce?
Well,
is that okay?
If you borrow money from your IRA, I guess you can pay it back.
Well, that'd be the thing to do, right?
Right?
Yeah.
The problem is what we're seeing a lot of, people have borrowed money on their 401k. And due to this COVID thing or whatever,
right?
Now they're either terminated or they just decide they didn't want to go back to work. So the end of the year is coming. That's the end, tax stuff.
Right.
Well, how's that loan going to be treated? That's the big question. So now, if that's affecting you, you might want to get some tax advice before the end of the year, or at least prepare yourself, because you're going to potentially have some additional income that you didn't count on that's either going to wipe out your refund or it's going to cause you to pay more taxes.
So your 401k, that's tied to your employment.
Right.
Whereas an IRA is just, anybody can have one of those, whether you're employed or not.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can buy an IRA. You can just go out and put $100 a month in an IRA. It's a tax credit you get at the end of the year, tax deduction. And so, it offsets some income. It's what a 401k does. It goes in, lowers your taxable income because it's pre-tax contributions. But, this thing about this loan deal, it's called a loan offset. It reduces your vested balance. And then, at the end of the year, that's going to be treated as a distribution if you're terminated, either voluntarily or not. So, coming up with those funds and paying that back, if you can do that before you file your federal tax return, they actually let you offset that and you'll not owe any tax on that. Now, the rule used to be 60 days, but now they've changed it to where it's the filing of your federal tax and it used to be and extensions, but they just left it at that now, where it's just, pay it back if you can before you file your taxes. If you can't, it's going to be treated as a distribution and it's going to be taxable. Now, if this just so happens to be a situation where you're just now filing your 2020 taxes, and you have the same situation that happened in 2020, remember, you can use that COVID offset distribution. I think it was called the COVID-related distribution, CRD. That allows you 3 years to pay back that loan.
And would that apply
and spread your tax liability?
Would that apply whether you were terminated or not? Or?
Yes.
Okay, so either way.
They do allow you. It originally was just for people to take a money out of their 401k. Remember they said you can take up to 100 grand out. Everybody thought, wow, that's cool, free money. Well, remember, it's your money that you put in. So it's your money you're getting back.
But
and
so
then,
are our tax refunds. So.
right. And then let's
all our
not
money.
forget that if you don't do it the correct way, there's this huge tax problem.
Right.
But you can spread it out over 3 years. But they're allowing this, the loan offset type monies also to be treated as a CRD during the year 2020. So, my advice would be, to call a tax person, call our office. I'll be glad to refer you to some tax people. But if you've got some basic starter questions on where to go next, call the Resource Center, because we truly try to be a resource, right?
That's right. 882-1800. Just give you a call.
Yeah, give us a call. We'll be glad to either help you, send you in the right direction, try to answer some questions for you, and that way you don't make any mistakes, because the IRS is pretty unforgiving. The Lord forgot to give them a heart. Kind of like, was it the Tin Man?
The Tin Man didn't have a heart. That's right. Yeah.
That's all
the
IRS
IRS was created by the scarecrows anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
Because they don't have a brain.
So anyway.
Continuing on.
Yeah.
But
so,
now all of this payback, and you got to pay it back, you have a tax problem, that only applies if you left the job. Is that right?
Yeah, either voluntary or involuntary.
So if you're
right.
if you took a loan against your 401k and you're still working there, you just pay it back according
business
to
as usual.
Business as usual. Okay.
Pay it back, because that's your future retirement that you're going to beg for when you get to be our age.
Yeah, that's right.
So, see, I don't ever think, I'm weird though, I don't think there ever should have been an allowance for somebody to reach in and make a loan on their 401k. You either treat it as a retirement account or you don't. If you want the money back out, okay, here's a penalty in taxes, just like an IRA.
Well, if it's a loan, and here's what I don't know. I've never really had a 401k because I've just always been self-employed. Even though I guess I could do that if I chose to.
Yeah.
But if you take a loan against your 401k, does it or does not have terms, just like if you took a regular loan? Like, I'm going to borrow $10,000, I'm going to pay it back over 5 years. I'm going to pay myself 7% interest, and
yeah, you can pay yourself or you cannot. Then the interest will accrue, and so, that's the thing. They made it so easy to take money out of a 401k that people think it's just no big deal and I'm just going to do it. But really, it's kind of a serious situation, because you don't want to get a habit in doing that.
yeah, you're wiping out your retirement when you do that.
Yeah, absolutely you are. And I've never met an old person that felt like they had way too much money.
Yeah,
Right?
That's right. I've never met anybody that thought they had too much money.
When you voluntarily are unemployed, that's called retirement. You're going to be wishing you had that money back, or you'd be wishing, because I've heard it a million times. I wished I'd saved a little bit more, a little bit longer.
Hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah. And everybody that comes to our estate workshops, what do we hear over and over and over?
I wish I'd met you guys years ago.
Yep.
Yep.
I've heard that lots. And so, we're kind of like evangelists, right?
That's right.
We're out here saving as many people as we can, as fast as we can, and before the current administration totally depletes our country of everything.
Hey, and if you'd like to...
I'm trying to be nice.
I know you are. I appreciate that. Or I don't. I'm not sure. But hey, if you want to see what we've got going on, we've got free workshops. There's one tomorrow night. There's one Wednesday. I don't know if they're full or not yet. But
I think we had a couple of openings for each day.
Okay.
So 882-1800 and we can see. And if not, we've got 3 or 4 coming up in August.
Yep.
And
we'll get you on the list.
Yeah, we'll get you on the list, and you get to come in and get educated.
Yeah, it's just kind of occurred to me, Bruce. Think about, we used to do 1 workshop a month. Remember?
Yeah.
When we started, we did 1 a month. We're doing 4 this month.
Yeah.
We're booking out into September and October for those. So word's getting out. These are really popular. People are, I guess we're doing something right, because we've had people come twice.
Oh, yeah.
to see it again.
And, I mean, we've been asked to come and do it for different groups, and it's just easier for us to do it at our location with smaller groups. And, it's there's something about education when you become an adult. It seems to be more valuable than it was when you were a child.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So now that, we're trying to educate ourselves, and, I learn every day. I mean, I get up every day and I read and I do all kinds of things. And, I always pick something up that I didn't know the day before. And, when it comes to this stuff, people don't deal with this every day of the week, and they know they need to do something. I mean, how many times? Well, I know I need to do something, but I just don't know what to do.
Well, let's get it done.
Well, people don't know. They don't know where to start. They don't know who to talk to, and they're scared of the cost. So let's just get right down to the nuts and bolts of it.
Yep.
Right?
882-1800.
That's the three things. And 882-1800.
We'll get you solved.
And we've kind of simplified this.
You know what I learned recently?
What?
Chicken thighs are amazing.
Oh, I love chicken
They're
thighs.
the best cut of the chicken thighs.
How do you fillet them out? Or, do you butterfly them?
Boneless,
Oh,
skinless. Take them out, brine them, put them on the grill. I've got some in the refrigerator. We did them this weekend.
I offer free taste testing. All you got to do is call and I'll run out.
That's right.
Just set an extra plate. Kind of like testing for the king.
Yeah, food tester. That's great.
Yeah, I'd have been real good at that.
Hey, thanks for watching this morning. We appreciate everybody joining us. Join us again next week, Monday mornings at 9 a.m. right here on K-ROG for Dollars and Cents. Thanks, Rogerville.
Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC. AE Wealth Management and the Resource Center, Inc. are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet a particular need of an individual situation. The Resource Center, Inc. is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this podcast shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein, provided by third parties, have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by the Resource Center, Inc. This podcast is a paid placement.